Hey, and welcome to the first of a mini-series of reviews of the Telltale Walking Dead franchise. I'm your host as ever, Purple Midnight 8. It's getting late, I'm getting tired, I'm sick of my own voice already. And welcome to, as I say, the first of several mini-episodes, if you wish, of a series, quotation marks. So yeah, I absolutely love these games, so bear with me. Where am I? So, if you're not familiar, somehow you've completely missed yet another game where Let's Players a few years ago were absolutely obsessed with. And rightfully so, it's brilliant. Telltale were, I have to say were, because obviously I think they shut down for whatever reason, but they did finish their series, so at least there's that. They sort of shut down, but then they came back with something else. Anyway. So, the game is set in the same universe as Robert Kirkman's acclaimed comic book series, of course, also called The Walking Dead. More famously, I could say, the TV series as well. However, this is very, very loosely in the same universe, because there's like a couple of little bits, but really not enough to really claim that as much. The game follows the story of Lee Everett, a convicted felon who finds himself thrust into a world overrun by walkers, or more commonly known, of course, as zombies. As players guide Lee and his young companion Clementine for a series of encounters, they'll face tough choices that will shape their journey and the fate of those around them. At the heart of The Walking Dead Season 1 lies its gripping narrative and richly developed characters. But the moment players step into Lee's shoes, they're immediately drawn into a world filled with tension, danger, and heartache. The game's writing is top-notch, with dialogue that feels natural and authentic, and character interactions that are both poignant and memorable. Clementine in particular shines as one of the most endearing and well-written child characters in video game history. Which is true, because usually I hate kid characters. Usually it's bad acting and annoying writing. Serving as both a moral compass and a source of emotional vulnerability for Lee and the player alike. One of the defining features of The Walking Dead Season 1, as well as basically every Telltale game, is its emphasis on player choice and consequence. Throughout the game, players are faced with a series of morally ambiguous decisions that will have far-reaching implications for the story and its characters. Whether it's choosing who to save in a life-or-death situation, deciding how to allocate limited resources, or determining the fate of fellow survivors, every choice feels weighty and meaningful. Don't know why I said that like that, I was going to continue. The game's branching narrative ensures that no two playthroughs are exactly alike. They do end the same and go along the same sort of story, but you can't say that technically it's going to be exactly the same, unless you go through and pick every choice the same. Adding replay value and fostering a sense of investment in the story and its characters. Perhaps the greatest strength of The Walking Dead Season 1 is its ability to evoke genuine emotional responses from players. From heartwarming moments of camaraderie to gut-wrenching scenes of loss and sacrifice, the game tugs at the heartstrings with expert precision. The bond that forms between Lee and Clementine serves as the emotional core of the story, driving players to protect and care for Clementine as if she were their own. By the time the credits roll, players will find themselves emotionally invested in the fate of these characters, their choices, and the world they inhabit. In conclusion, Telltale's The Walking Dead Season 1 is a triumph of storytelling, character development, and player agency. With its gripping narrative, memorable characters, and tough choices, the game delivers an unforgettable experience that resonates long after the final episode. Whether you're a fan of comics, the TV show, or simply a lover of interactive storytelling, The Walking Dead Season 1 is a must-play for anyone seeking an emotional and immersive journey throughout the zombie apocalypse. And there we are. That about sums it up. Now I'll take a breath and a quick drink before I continue. I do apologise that I keep leaving these in, I can't be asked about it. Yeah, Telltale's The Walking Dead is probably one of the greatest storytelling games of all time. It's brilliant. I mean, it's so emotionally driven. Thanks for just snorting for that, babe. completely threw my mind off now. Yeah, it's just iconic. It's one of the best story games I've played in a very long time, and it's one I've also covered on the channel if you're interested. I have to plug it somewhere, obviously. But yeah, that about sums it up. I'm gonna go fucking crash for a bit now. So, I've been your host, as ever, Purple Day. Thank you ever so much for listening, and I'll see you next time.